No one has ever held back his true feelings. Steiner sometimes can be very brutal in terms of talking about the mistakes he, his team, and especially the drivers have made the heat of the competition. It is part of his personality, and far from a boring company boss that only spit out the homework line, it has made it mandatory for the figure in the paddock. But that does not mean there is no loss from his willingness to tell things exactly how he sees it, because sometimes in life painful truth. Criticizing individuals too much in public and can eliminate morals. Talk about your driver too often, and it can only function to pile up more pressure on them when they might need as much support as possible. It was a good balancing action that Steiner had to be judged early that year, when Mick Schumacher suffered a series of high-profile accidents when he pursued his first F1 point. Steiner did his best to maintain the pressure from the German young shoulders because criticism was addressed to him from the outside, but the same, was not afraid to let it be known that he was not happy about how things were happening on his path. Some rough words say about Schumacher after the Monaco accident certainly raised some eyebrows because it has the potential to be too far, but through all that Steiner clearly that it is better to speak the truth even if sometimes it brings it into hot water. I don't think there is a place to hide here, Steiner said, talking to Autosport about his management style. I prefer to deal with the truth and deal with the consequences, rather than not saying full truth, and then have to deal with, I say, he said, what is real. In this way, what I say is true and people believe in me, because that's what I say to them. And we face it and get better. When you have bad racing, you can learn not to make mistakes. Here the same here. Steiner realized that words that were difficult to be read by the people involved, and the feeling might be injured, but he clearly that he never intended to deliberately disappoint anyone in his team. Steiner believes the best to play things that are straight, and do not leave his staff in doubt about his sincerity. Photos by Andy Hone / Motorsport Images. Obviously, it is always difficult not to hurt anyone when you do this, and that is my goal, he said. But sometimes a driver and they are at the front end, if they make a mistake, like when Mick crashed into a car, I could not say, no problem. I'm quite happy about that. No, I need to say, no, I'm not happy about that.